What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 most heavily shorted stocks in the market as of right now. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with stock number 5, you do have ticker CMPO. Over the last 1 year, it is up 147.11%. And in 2024, it's up 176%. So pretty impressive stuff. This is what they do, so feel free to pause this and read through it. But we are not here because of this. We are here because of this. So 62.72% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 13.48 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 6.49%. Utilization is 69.79. Shorts have been really doubling down on this company. Not necessarily sure why, especially based on the stock performance and everything else like that. But potentially with the elections coming out and another 25 basis point cut coming for Thursday, this is where you could see a lot of these stocks and just the broader market propel higher. And as a byproduct, shorts would be losing a ton of money, so they might be mitigating some risk. Based on this, it does indicate around 150,000 shares is available to be shorted. So again, this is stock number 5. Moving on to stock number 4, you have ticker TWWG, Top Wealth. And so 13.86 mil market cap. There's a lot of good information right over here, but this is what they do. So packaged foods and meats, 12 employees, founded in 2009, based out of Hong Kong. But 77.29% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 6.83 million shares. Cost to borrow average is fairly high, so 276.71%, max being 307.11%, utilization 76.13, short score, so the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening, is sitting at 81.36. It is on the threshold list, and it has been on the threshold list, it looks like, since October the 21st. So in theory, any company on this list for 13 consecutive trading days, the SEC should be doing something, going after the market makers to rectify the deficiency. So that could be coming this week. So again, something to add to your watch list. And just to give you an overview, as of yesterday, or I guess Friday, there was 650,000 shares available to be shorted. So there was looks like it goes back and forth. So some entities are buying and selling behind the scenes for the purposes for lending out shares. Moving on to stock number 3. So this one was on the list last week, tickers EDBL. So on Friday, it did go down 7.79%. Over the last 1 year, down 98.82%. And in 2024, down 98.68%. So not necessarily the best. This is what they do. So agricultural products and services, founded in 2020, 120 employees. But 61.97% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 3.4 million shares overall are being shorted. It is on the threshold list, and it looks like it's been on the threshold list since not that long, most likely around October the 29th. But cost to borrow average is 65.72. Utilization is 70.14, and then through IBKR does indicate around 350,000 shares is available to be shorted. So yeah, this is stock number 3. A lot of good data on a side note has been coming out from the States and also just Asia, showing more of an expansionary stage in some cases of the market. So once again, even though the elections won't directly affect this company, especially based on the location, it still could benefit from other points. Moving on to stock number 2, so that is ticker TVGN. And so on Friday, it did go down 6.32%. Over the last 6 months, though, it is up a very impressive 144.33%, up 520.42% just this last 1 month alone. Very low market cap, so 404 million. So a lot of good information right over there. But this is what they do. So biotech, founded in 2020, Warren, New Jersey, and blah, blah, blah. Aside from that, though, 76.71% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 7.42 million shares. Cost to borrow average is fairly high, so 556.73%. And I always like to break this down, but essentially that is a annual rate. So it's not happening on a daily, so just be aware of that. But utilization is 90.54. Shorts have been really all over this company as of late. So it does look like there was in excess of 100% as of October the 25th. So that might be correlated with this recent spike up, but still definitely a lot of good hype is happening with this stock. And quickly going over here just to give you a quick overview, through IBKR does indicate 150,000 shares is available to be shorted. So somewhat limited supply. Most likely you're going to see a continuation of buying from big money, wanting to buy this stock for the purposes of lending out shares, because this cost to borrow, for instance, of 546% is very appealing. So a lot of entities such as BlackRock love to buy stocks up like this, where they have willing individuals that want to short it and pay the 546. So yeah, this stock definitely is going to be one of those ones that most likely could continue to run up, but do your guys' own due diligence at the end of the day. Moving on to stock number 1, that's ticker XPON. Friday did go down 8.02%. Over the last 1 year, down 99.03, and in 2024, down 99.28. So not necessarily the best, but this is what they do. So electrical components and equipment, 23 employees, founded in 2016, but it is actually showing in excess of 100%. And I always like to look at essentially if there's been any dilution, anything to change the dynamic of this to kind of invalidate the percentage, but there's been no dilution that I can see happening behind the scenes. So take this for what you will, but 103.39% of the free float is being shorted. It is on the threshold list, so a clear indication of most likely naked shorting is happening behind the scenes. It's been on the threshold list, it looks like, since October the 17th. So once again, this upcoming week will be that 13-day mark. So you could see some rectification for that, but cost to borrow average is 336.22%. 547.89 thousand shares overall are being shorted. And that's kind of what the market likes to squeeze, right? Low float companies, heavily shorted. So this meets the criteria for that. But through IBKR does indicate around 20,000 shares is available. So similarly, like I mentioned, big money will be looking at buying this company, propelling it potentially higher just for the purposes of lending out shares, because it's it's a big business just to kind of lend out and take advantage of that cost to borrow. So this is the top 5. Do you own any of them, or are you shorting them? Is there any other stocks that you feel is squeeze plays this week, and potentially why? So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. 2 things I want to share with you. One is this right here. Kick-ass promotion, gives you 8 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of this. And then aside from that, I did launch memberships. So if you like the channel, want to support the growth, you can definitely do so by joining as a member. Plus, I have a private Discord that offers buy signals on stocks and options. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.